You know, I saw Axel Weber on like 47th Street just taking a dookie right in the middle of the road.
On a baby, which was kind of crazy.
You were there?
I saw it too. We were together, remember? We were walking together.
No, we weren't.
Yes, we were. We were going to the M&M store.
Were you following me again?
I'm not following you, dude. I'm not following you.
We've talked about this, okay? You can't follow me everywhere I go. I get it. We're bros, but you can't.
I'm not gonna follow you.
Oh. Well, welcome back to COOLDOG.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. The podcast.
This week's comment of the week, I actually don't have it up, but I remember reading it like 2 weeks ago.
What did they?
No, actually,
2 weeks ago.
No, it wasn't 2 weeks ago. It was like 5 days ago. And somebody said, like, at 1 hour and 4 minutes in, why did Hooverr wink at me? And then I went and checked, and you did wink at the camera for some reason. It was not related to any context. You just did it for some reason.
I'm crazy, man. I literally don't remember that much from that podcast. Not because I was like, oh, I was drunk, but like, I don't know, I just kind of forgot because fun times that go like that, man, you know?
Huh. Those words have been ruined forever. Fun times.
Oh. Well, okay, let's not be immature right now. Fun times because there's a person named Funtime, like Daniil or whatever, that like, I don't know, chats.
So what do you think of this whole West Elm Caleb thing?
Okay, dude, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have no clue what it is. And when I heard you talking about it on stream, I thought you were saying Weston Kalen. And I was like, what are you saying? Like, I didn't know what you were talking about. I just kept hearing you say West M. Kalen. And I was like, Weston Kalen? Like, what are you talking about?
No, like, low-key, it's just another couch guy. But this guy's definitely way more guilty than the couch guy. All the couch guy did was sit on a couch. This guy apparently, like, women around New York City are rejoicing because they've all, like, kind of caught this man because he just kept going from woman to woman and kind of just, like, showering them with love and being like, yo, like, I love you, like, so much. He would make, like, Spotify playlists for all of them, and then he would just ghost them. Apparently, he also sent weenie pics.
You're joking, right? Weenie pics?
No, yeah, he sent weenie pics.
Did they show them?
Well, no, they didn't. They didn't show them on TikTok. I feel like that wouldn't really work. Oh
yeah, true. I guess you're right. That is kind of crazy, though. That all these New York women connected on TikTok. The power of social media.
No, yeah. What it's made me realize is that like every person on social media lives in New York, which is kind of obnoxious.
But hey, man, you know where we live? We live in the heart of the world, basically, Austin, Texas, and you know, a lot of people here. You know, social media is kind of a powerful thing, but you know, it's your sword as much as it is your shield.
It's giving delusional.
Sorry, man. I don't know what happened to me. I just like turned into Shakespeare.
What's your biggest family secret?
See, the thing is, like, it would be fun to say that, but then at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't want to get doxxed, and I also don't want my family on my ass. You know, there's a lot of reasons why, you know, what my family secret is. What about you? Are you comfortable saying a family secret that has never been said by you or never been said to the public?
I don't know if there's like, I feel like I've already like trauma dumped all of my family secrets on live stream probably.
True. You're probably not wrong.
I probably threw them all into the ringer already.
I don't know what like the biggest family secret is.
I'm like,
I feel like when you say family secret, the one thing I think about is like, what's secretive about my family that like people don't know? But like even that is like, I don't want people tying ends and fucking doing all weird types of shit to be like, oh, this is Hooverr. Yeah,
I think there's also like some of my like family members, some that I'm not even like that close to. They'll just like randomly listen to this podcast. Like I'm not joking.
I know
they've come to me and be like, yeah, I've listened to this, and I'm like, why?
Hi, Axel's relatives. He's such a big pothead. He's crazy. He's on crazy drugs.
It's like, what are you looking for? You know, what are you digging for? Digging for gold? No, that's just me and my toxic family relations showing where I can't, everything that my relatives do, I can't view as a positive thing. I always just like, but there's something more.
Well, you let them view. I do not let them view. I find out what their account names are and I block them on everything.
That's smart.
I just hate having like I unblocked most of them, but like I'd probably say for like the first couple years of me doing like YouTube and Twitch and stuff, I was like, I just don't want them knowing about any of this and like talking to me about any of this because I'm like, if you do, then I'm just gonna like sit here and be like, yeah, you know, this is how much money I make. Like it's just the same shit over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So then I blocked most of them, and then when I moved out, I unblocked them. But it is just one of those things where like, it's like almost in a way like it's so separated from me, from like my real life at home. Like it's just best for me to have it stay separate and not like combine into one thing because you know,
Yeah,
I'm just kind of like different without my family.
Yeah, that reminds me of how I saw Axel Weber just like punching this guy at a party.
An orphan, I remember.
You were there too?
Dude, we were literally in New York together. Like, I don't know why you keep acting like I wasn't there with you. It was a group trip. Like, I don't know. Nikki Jakey was also there.
I've never had the pleasure of meeting him.
Well, you did because he held down Axel Weber as you punched him in the face, dude. You not remember that?
No, I would never punch Axel Weber in the face. He's so cute.
We were in a bar. And Axel saw him and he started laughing and he's like, dude, we have the same name. And then he was like, hey man, you know, that's crazy. We should take a photo. And then I was drunk and I made a joke like, hey man, like you live in that smallest apartment where you got room for the hose. And then he got upset at me. He's like, dude, what the fuck do you say? He said, what do you say, fat ass? And I was like, whoa. I said, whoa, hey, I'm just a playful banter. And then he shoved me and he said, you have a problem, dude? And then Nikki Jakey like separated us and was like, yo, let's chill out, guys. Let's chill out. And then, yeah, he held Axel Weber down as you punched him for me.
I remember he got really mad at me because I actually got into Juilliard. I remember I was like talking to him. I was like, "Oh, you didn't get into Juilliard because I did." And the funny part is, my audition was Axel Weber. I played Axel Weber in the audition.
Oh my god!
Do you want to see how I did it?
Okay, do it.
So this is this like poop smeared cabbage I found on the street. I'm gonna
eat it and get E. coli.
I'm gonna eat it and make it into a TikTok.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good impression. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
No, New York was crazy, man.
Did you see how like Axel Weber like randomly appeared at like a hype house party? Like what the hell? Yeah,
he's at a hype house party. Is this like new or is it like old footage?
The thing is, like, I haven't seen the footage. I just saw like one of those like white women on a TikTok that like investigate way too much into everything. Mm-hmm. One of them was like, something is fishy about Axel Weber. First of all, last week in his bio it appeared management at akselweberteam.com. And then a few days ago he was spotted at a hype house party with Lil Huddy.
What the fuck?
I was like, that is kind of like crazy that he just like kind of flew to LA for a bit and he didn't put that in his TikToks.
Yeah, sure. It's like, guys, I didn't get into Juilliard, man. Like, that's crazy. And then he's like, yo, I'm hopping on the PJ to hang out with Lil Huddy.
I think in some cases, I think people are on his case too much, but I also think it's just kind of hilarious to make fun of it a little bit.
Yeah. It is kind of crazy how they pulled Hassan on Axel Weber and said, look, he has parents that like have money. And like they're like taking screenshots of him with like his white ass family like posing with like semi-decent clothes on. And then people are like, I can't believe this, man. Like, I can't believe we trusted them. He has rich parents. And then people are like, well, maybe he's living on his own money. And they're like, no, his parents are rich.
Low key, the luckiest thing about me is that my parents are dirt poor. If I had rich parents, I'd be hiding it. Like I would change my last name. I'd be running away from it, man, because that shit's embarrassing right now. Like having poor parents, having poor parents is so it right now. Like it's so in. People love you. They're way more likely to like give a shit about you. Like if you have rich parents, it's just kind of cringe.
It is kind of crazy though. Growing up and being like, I wish I had like rich parents, or like, you know, like isn't it crazy how, like some of your friends were rich and like they had like nice houses and like a pool in their backyard, and then now if like you're looking at the youth, you know, they hate rich people. Oop.
I actually, even when I was a kid, I realized that growing up in childhood poverty, it's actually really aesthetic.
Yeah.
So I actually was always vibing with it. I was all like,
taking Tumblr pictures.
I would purposefully sabotage my father's job opportunities just so that we couldn't move up in the tax bracket.
Oh, wait, how do you sabotage his job opportunities? Sounds like that's a family secret that you've been hiding.
I would call in and I would say, that man, he like is an awful man.
Oh, he's an awful man. Like how so?
Like I would just be like, oh, he like fucking one time he like crashed a car into a tree and like knocked out the electricity in the city. Then isn't that something that Bad Boy Halo did? I just realized.
What? He did that? He got in a car crash and knocked the electricity out of like his entire town?
No, I'm looking this up right now. There's crash.
No way.
I caused a power outage for thousands of people.
Dude, you didn't have to do him like that.
Okay, let me see. On his wiki, it says. Hold on, let me pull it up. He was once involved in a car crash which caused a power outage.
Was he behind the wheel?
I don't know. I'm kind of curious.
If he's behind the wheel, like that's like some what's that one guy from Ferris Bueller? That's some Matthew Broderick type shit. He got off scot-free because he's Bad Boy Halo. Can't believe this.
What is this? Oh, people are like trying to get his height. I'm just trying to see like why did he crash his car? Can you imagine if he was like drunk driving?
No, oh my god! I was gonna say, imagine if he was like 6'7". Like imagine if he like showed up the Twitch guy and Bad Boy Halo is like, hey guys. Like yeah, sorry about like us talking about how you crashed and shut out all the electricity. We know it wasn't your fault.
It's just like it's listed as like such a wholesome little fact on his wiki, but like I mean, there's like a 12-minute video about it. I could easily do my research on this, but I just don't want to right now.
Let's watch it right now.
It's just 12 minutes long. Oh hell no!
Oh hell no! No, yeah, that's actually insane. If he was behind the wheel for that, I can't imagine him driving, let alone crashing a car.
I can't imagine anybody driving. I feel like. Until
crashing
I see
a car is pretty crazy.
Crashing your car is. Have you ever been in like a car collision?
No, I've only like the closest I got to like not crashing. I guess it is technically crashing. I didn't crash into like another car, but like I was driving once and it was like icy on the roads or whatever, and I was driving and I was taking this turn and. Like I started hydroplaning for a split second and I was like freaking out. I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like I'm going to fall in this ditch area. And luckily like I was able to like move the car and like get out of the way.
Oh my God.
I'm like Vin Diesel.
You're a hero.
Yeah. I like save millions of lives, you know? I don't know.
That's incredible. Like why aren't more people talking about this? Why isn't this on your wiki that you like? It's like we praise Bad Boy Halo for crashing his car. We don't praise Hooverr for avoiding crashing his car.
You know, it's just because like kids these days, all they care about is like TikTok dances, and they don't care about the real stuff.
Do you think would we be doing TikTok dances if we grew up in this era? We probably would be.
I'd definitely be making TikTok content. I definitely would like that'd be my thing. Like I feel like if I was 16 or 15, whenever I started like YouTube, I definitely would just be doing TikTok because I tried to do Vine. But then I was like so young when Vine came out and like it ended pretty fast. So then nothing happened there. And then I did YouTube because YouTube was cool and everything was YouTube at that point. But yeah, I definitely think like if I was 15, 16, I'd definitely be making like TikTok comedy things. What about you? So what are you doing, man? What's the problem?
I don't know why I randomly just like started thinking of that Chris Stuckman clip. The one where it's like, I actually grew up in a very diverse neighborhood.
I grew up in a very diverse neighborhood.
And it's just like this, like, it's like this black family, and then this white man just like, it looks like he ran up to like their family picture.
It literally looks like he's like, yo, can I get in this? And then Chris is like, yeah, okay. Like, I'll hop in this. And then he just like runs up and then.
And it's like, I noticed this the last time I looked at the picture. Like his like cheeks are red, which makes it look like he literally ran, like he sprinted across the street. I was like, oh my God, you guys are taking a picture? Let me get on this.
No, he literally was like, hey guys, can I like be in your picture? And they're like, okay, I guess. And then he just like ran up. He's like, oh
my God, that picture is so funny.
God. I grew up in a very diverse neighborhood.
We should move to New York City.
I'm gonna fucking move into Axel Weber's smallest apartment ever because I know that motherfucker's about to move into the hype house. So
I heard he pees out of his window because he just can't be bothered to like go to the public bathroom that's in his apartment building.
Okay, it seems like you're projecting right now. It seems like you're trying to put problems that you have onto Axel Weber. And
okay, I'm gonna be real. If I was in his
separated.
situation, I would just pee in the sink. He has a little sink in his room. I would pee in that sink.
You think he hasn't?
He definitely has. He's probably
He definitely
like
he's a guy. Like I feel like he's this nasty dude, and then he's like can't be bothered.
probably not even the sink. Probably just in the corner
on his bed sheets, just like a fire hose.
Oh
Man,
my
I believe
God.
it, man. I believe it. I would too.
Oh,
You would do it too for a check.
But Axel Weber's like cycle is the most predictable thing that has ever happened because as soon as he started blowing up, I was like, oh, they're gonna hate this kid in like 2 weeks. Like, because all the comments were like, bestie, I can't believe this. Oh, I love you, bestie. Like it's always shit like that. And then 2 weeks goes by and they're like, I'm kind of tired of this person, so now I'm gonna go tell them to fuck off and eat shit.
No. Then they go, let me like look up his name on Google and do some digging. And then they go, he has rich parents. Do you not realize this guy is? He's claiming to be poor. He has rich parents. And then like, fuck this guy. Fuck you. You're corny. Leave.
Dude, that's like the fucking train guy, Francis. Like, leave him alone. Stop fucking digging up everything about his past.
Oh, they
No.
up it. Yeah.
Yeah, like no, I love him. I think he's wholesome. I think he's a wholesome chungus.
Oh, but don't say
But
that again.
my problem with him is, with the people around him are like, he started off as like a mysterious train guy, and then people are like, I need to know everything. Like, why? Like, why do you need to like look up like his fucking like everything, and then be like, oh, guys, turns out he's actually not the wholesome chungus train guy because turns out he has more to him than
he has
just
a girlfriend, and he goes
has a
to
girlfriend,
clubs.
and he used to dance.
He used to rave. Okay.
He used to look like a bit of a road man. Like, just leave him alone, you freaks.
God. It's weird, man. It really is weird that people just go out and dig up information whenever they're bored on somebody.
So annoying.
We should do that right now about somebody that we know. Who should we look up? Nopify. Nopify real name.
Nopify real name. He's German, so it's probably like fucking
Flula.
Yeah, like Flula. Or like I was named after a German.
Really? Oh yeah, you told me this story.
Yeah, my dad was in a
bar.
He was in a bar in Germany. He was getting drunk with this random German guy whose name was Axel. And then he never saw him again, but he was just like, I'm gonna name my son after this. Man.
He
could have been like Jack. A racist.
Oh. I was gonna say they named me Jack because I'm a jackass. But you could also be named after a racist, so
I mean, I'm not saying that he was a racist. I'm just saying that you only meet someone for one night. You don't know anything about them. That's like me fucking
crazy.
That's like me naming my son Ludwig because one time like I fell in love with him for like 5 minutes during the subathon. Like that would just be insane.
I feel like Ludwig would be a cool name for like a kid, but like it is kind of tarnished because we just know him as a YouTuber and like all of our friends hang out with him and shit.
I've known a bunch of Ludwigs in my life because that's how it's pronounced in Europe.
Ludwig.
Yeah. I think that's how his mom pronounces it too. Because I think that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. But he gave in. I'm not giving in, bitches. Never call me Axel. Especially now that that guy is taking dookies in the street is named Axel. I don't want that shit.
Aksel, all right. Say it right.
Yes, sir. Yes. Would you go into the military?
Sir, yes, sir. Huh?
Would you ever go into the military?
Fuck no. I think if I was a dumb little kid again, then maybe, but like literally becoming a teen and realizing what all that means, fuck no. I'd rather, like, I would literally find a way to get out of being in the military. Like, I hope if the military is coming for me, they want me on their team, I will find a way out. Like, I don't care what it takes. I'll shoot my own foot. I don't give a shit.
What do you have a shirt
I'm not
that
God's
just says,
strongest soldier. I won't get out of military.
What do you have a shirt that just says USA? Oh, USA basketball.
USA.
I thought it just said USA.
USA. USA. USA.
I thought you were just in your Republican era.
I mean, who said I left it? No, I'm kidding.
Left
Everybody knows I'm a diehard libertarian.
No, low key though. I just hate how like we have to pay taxes because it's like they don't go towards anything.
For real.
Roads
I'm not
just
using
kind of
no damn
spawned
roads.
in when like Jesus Christ put them there.
The U.S. highway systems literally has been around since fucking Moses. Like, do we need to keep paying for them? Like, use your own money.
I think Jesus would low-key be like a chill guy to talk to, though.
Do you think what kind of like music Jesus would listen to like today? I feel like he'd like listen to Grimes. He's a drainer. Jesus
No,
drains.
definitely like. See, here's the thing: is like I don't know if I'm like projecting this stoner persona onto him because of the long hair, and also
and the
like
beard.
Is the long hair even canon? Like, because it's like he wasn't white. That's just like a fucking made up lie. He was definitely not a white man. So at that point, it's like, you know, did he really look like Stonepaw? I don't think so. I think this is just us projecting our hero Stonepaw onto the real God, who's Jesus.
Maybe Stonepaw is God. Who knows, man? They said Jesus could be anything. Why not Stonepaw?
Stonepaw one time said, "Any attention is good attention."
Which that is scary.
Yeah, no,
that's how like a serial killer operates.
When he said that, I was really like, that is something that I'm pretty sure Keemstar has said.
No, I'm being 100% honest. I think you're 100% right on that. I think legitimately, if you look it up, if you could like look up Keemstar logs of like things he's actually said, I bet my money right now that he's definitely said that any exposure is good exposure, or any talking about is good. Like he definitely has said that.
Damn, what if like, imagine if that was real. There were logs of everything you've ever said. That's probably going to be true in the metaverse.
And with that fucking Elon Musk brain thing, because they'll be like harboring what you say in that little like nano chip that's for, what is it, Neuralink?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Like they'll be saving that shit like in their little system.
You can miss me with that because I'm already afraid of just getting like brain aneurysms randomly. I don't need to like put a little thing on my brain that might like short circuit and make it go, and I'm like,
no, literally, I don't think Elon understands. These demons can take down your i5 processors. All right, you can't control me.
That's actually true. That's a great point.
Just saying, man.
When are they gonna cure mental illness?
Here's a deep thing to think about. What if they can, but they just won't because of big farm? You know. Wait. On my screen, your fucking camera froze, and your eyes went different ways. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Your camera froze, and your eyes went different ways for a second. That was fucking weird. The lizard people heard me say that.
Big farmers, man, they're getting us. They want us to keep eating corn, so they're not curing our mental illness.
Because did you know that they can make light bulbs that like last forever, but they can't? Like,
yeah, because all the light bulb companies agreed, like, we should agree to never make good light bulbs because then nobody will buy our products anymore.
Exactly. So think about that. Maybe they could.
Just think about the fucking bullshit system we live in and then try to live another day.
I know, really, man. It's fucked up out here. No wonder kids want to hop on the battle bus and not into the school cafeterias. You
ever thought about turning to religion?
No. Would it be real? Not once have I ever thought, like, you know, let's think about like what the big man upstairs is doing.
Yeah.
I just don't care. Like, if you're religious, whatever, that's fine. I don't really care. Just for me personally, I don't even think about it. I live.
Yeah, I've just always like I grew up atheist because that's what Estonia is. Now I'm just like, I don't care either way. I don't give a shit. I have my little spiritual moments. I meditate and I sometimes think, ooh, what if there is a higher momentum, power going on?
What if there's like a Marvel like supervillain out there? Who knows?
That's true. That'd be scary. If I lived in the Marvel universe, if you're not like one of the superheroes that like has fun and like wrecks New York City 2 times a year, what the hell is the point?
It is kind of lame if you're not like an Avenger. Not gonna lie. There's like a couple where it's like, okay, but most part, let's be real.
I just like struggle to care about those films. I don't care anymore.
Okay, Martin Scorsese calling them films.
Well, Martin Scorsese was, they're not films. They're actually an amusement park.
What do you usually say? Like, if I'm like, what do you think of this? Would you say it's a movie,
mic closer.
A film? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Would you say, like, it's a movie, a film, or a picture? Like, normally, what would you say?
a movie. But if I'm trying to get like serious, I would call it a film.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Would you register anything as not a film that like in a Martin Scorsese way?
Mm-mm. No, I mean not really. I don't really look at it that way. I'm just like, I guess when I'm writing letterbox reviews, this film. Although I guess like, you know, a film, like they're all films at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you kind of start to gatekeep the terminology, I feel like you're just going down a path where it's like, you know, like it's just obnoxious. And at that point, when you start gatekeeping everything and putting it in such like weird terms, are you even having fun anymore? Like, what are we doing here?
That's so deep, man, and so true.
Also, I've been thinking about a lot about art recently. I don't know what's happening. I'm low key in my philosophy phase. I keep like reading philosophy shit, and I was like reading all this stuff about art, and the more I think about it, like it's because I see all these like TikToks and all these videos where people love to like dissect albums and like dissect every small meaning of a movie, and it can be fun, but for me, sometimes that's like kind of ruins it for me because I like listening to an album and I hear this lyric, and if it's an artist I really like, then oftentimes I do I'm curious what they mean by it. But I like listening to a song and kind of walking away with my own meaning. And I like doing that with any sort of art I consume. I like taking my own meaning from it. It's fun to kind of respect what the artist is trying to portray. But at the end of the day, I feel like art is to be consumed, and everyone can kind of have their own lens on it. And I feel like for me, that's more fun than trying to because sometimes also like artists get really obnoxious and what they meant by this line is just like fucking annoying. So I just prefer my own perception of things.
Yeah. I mean, everything that like has an opinion, you know, but I feel like it's better to like take it in, give it your own experience, give it your own whatever. And then, you know, if you want to fucking be like, you know, this is where I would rank, because that's the other thing is like ranking things. I feel like people always get so angry or like pissed off about like rankings. And it's like, I just feel like people need to realize like other people have like other opinions on shit. Like I saw a Kanye West album tier list and somebody put Jesus is King at number 2. What? And then people are like, which I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of crazy.
That is kind of a crazy take.
They are their own person.
Yeah.
And like, you know, if there actually was like a ranking system for things and like you could actually rank things and like it was official, then like what the fuck is the point of art? You know, is it like a competition? Because I feel like it should just be what you want it to be. No,
low key, I love finding a song that everybody thinks is a pile of shit and I actually like it because I'm like, maybe this is for me. Maybe this one's like really for me. Because that is a thing where, first of all, it is something within us where we just love to turn absolutely everything into a sport, which is why, you know, you can like the Twitter gays will make fun of the straight men for watching football, but then they will like their football is like, oh, who's going to outsell which of these pop stars is going to outsell who, you know, who's going to outstream who? It's like this constant like numbers competition, and it's at that point it's like, what is this? Like, are we having fun? That's my main thing is like, I feel like there's a lot of things that are supposed to be fun. And then people just get way too into it and they completely lose sight of why they even got into this in the first place. And that's what happened to me with music for a bit, where I was on Rate Your Music, which is like the music equivalent of Letterboxd. And it's kind of like Cousin Greg on Succession, where he starts off as an innocent boy just trying to have some fun. And then his environment slowly starts to eat him up. And that's what happened to me on Rate Your Music. Is I went in and I was just a wholesome boy trying to like log all the albums I've ever listened to. And then I became this obnoxious piece of shit where I was just like writing reviews and I was like, yeah, I did enjoy this album, but musically it is not amazing. And I would give it like fucking 3 out of 5. Like, dude, I enjoyed it. That should have been like a fucking solid 4.5, man. Like, yeah, I don't know. I hate everybody on that website. People on Rate Your Music should go to hell. it's so much worse than Letterboxd, and I think that's because Rate Your Music is like 20 years old, so there's just been so much time for people to be on there, and it will probably happen to Letterboxd. The sad reality is that Letterboxd is new. That means that people are already pretty annoying on it, but it's only going to get worse. I feel like,
dude, my fucking Eternals review that I jokingly made about why did Eternals save 9/11 still gets comments to this day of people taking it so fucking seriously and be like, dude, you know, it doesn't revolve around the world. Like 9/11 is just a couple towers. Like it is like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like give up. If this is your life right now, just give up. Like, come on. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I also just like, I don't know. I hate the whole like Marvel discourse related to anything, any sort of facet of that universe. It used to be fun, kind of. Like I just used to enjoy the movies because it was just dumb fun. Like once or twice a year, one of these movies would drop, and it would be like, oh, this is fun. Like, but now, first of all, there's like fucking 6 movies a year at this point. Like, dude,
and now TV shows.
Yeah, TV shows. Like,
you gotta watch the TV shows to understand the movies. Sometimes it's like, oh,
and fucking
big Disney.
Yeah, exactly. Disney is literally like, to me, it feels, because Disney is basically doing the same thing that it did to Star Wars, where it just like started releasing a bunch of fucking Star Wars, and then like there were like a couple good ones, maybe. I don't know. I only saw one of them, and then the rest were just shit. And now they're like kind of like taking a break from it, you know. Although like I heard The Mandalorian is like amazing, apparently.
Can I be 100% real? I have never watched a single Star Wars movie through completion.
Really?
I don't think I'm really being. The thing is, it's like for me, I know like some of the plot. Like I know most of the like gist because like I just had so many Star Wars like friends or like people who talk about Star Wars, and I just like I'd be like, yeah, I like Star Wars because I do like the concept of Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like it's fun to like they're in the galaxies and they're fucking flying around. They're sharpening Darth Vader and shit. And then, oh, you're my father. Like it's cool. But like I've literally now thinking about it, I don't think I've ever technically watched a Star Wars movie from beginning to end. I think I may have watched like the first one like 30 minutes in and I got bored.
I watched the older ones when I was a kid. I think I've seen all of them. But
yeah, I never did.
Out of the new ones, the new Disney ones, I think I've only seen like The Force Awakens or whatever it was called. The first one they did. And I was just kind of like, I don't care. Also, like thinking back at it, right? The whole like Darth Vader being Luke Skywalker's father, like it's like such an iconic moment in pop culture. But like just imagine like being there when that shit came out and you were in the theater, nobody knows, and then that plot twist is like pow. Like, dude, I would have probably peed all over my theater seat, low key.
Isn't it kind of crazy though that it's also like one of the like most known spoilers for a movie? Like everyone knows about how Luke's fucking or Darth Vader is Luke's father. Like everyone knows that. Like you could be like, Luke, I'm your father. Everyone knows it's Darth Vader who says it or whatever. And then there'll be that nerd like, he doesn't actually say, Luke, I am your father. He actually says, Luke, there's something for you. I'm your father. Like, shut up.
That is kind of funny though, how it just gets like kind of like changed, you know, as like because people don't watch the movie, they just like keep making a joke, and then what Darth Vader actually said gets changed because it's more convenient to be like, Luke, I am your father. I wonder what comes up if I look up best movies ever. I want to like see some random article just because I'm kind of curious.
Number 1, Grown Ups.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Timeout.com, top 100 best movies of all time. I'm going to skip through this. Okay, number 1. Guess. Oh, it starts with number 1.
Oh. Let me do like the TikTok thing where like I try to guess.
Okay.
I'm going to say number 1 movie, Godfather.
Ooh, close but not quite. Number 1 comes in at 2001, A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick. But number 2 is The Godfather.
See, everyone fucking says Godfather is the best movie of all time.
It's a pretty fucking great film, if I do say myself, but it's like, it's a commitment, 3 hours long. It's 3 hours. I remember when I watched it, I was like, oh my God. Like, by the time that it ended, I remember I didn't check my phone throughout it, and it felt like I had been away from civilization for like 2 weeks.
Oh my God. Speaking of, did you know the new Batman movie is going to be almost 3 hours?
Really?
It's going to be one of the longest, they said, one of the longest comic book movies. It's going to be 2 hours and 50 minutes, I think.
Well, that won't be the first time I watched that long of a Batman movie, because I watched Batman v Superman, and that shit was like 2.5 hours. And it was probably one of the worst. I actually know, single-handedly, I think the worst movie-going experience I've ever had in my life.
Mine was Into the Woods. My worst movie experience ever. I'll never forget that. I did not like it.
You don't like it?
First of all, we didn't even know it was a musical. And it was such a bad musical. Woods. Yeah. We saw it on New Year's.
Wait, James Corden is in this shit?
Yeah, dude. Ugh. That was before I think he had anything, too. I don't think he had the show at that point.
It's so annoying.
No, yeah. That movie, it was like one of the first musicals I ever saw, and then it kind of ruined like the idea of musicals for me. And I came back around like when I started talking to Wes and Kalen.
So that's true. They also converted me back.
Something like Emily Jane. Like that one fucking, what is it, Burlesque?
Oh, yeah, I forgot we watched that with Cher and Christina Aguilera. And
then didn't Jake like fall asleep?
Yeah, he did.
He fell asleep through like 3/4 of it.
I think that was the night where Weston and Kale were moving to Austin, and we just watched that.
True, it might have been like around that time, I think.
Citizen Kane is on this list. I guess I gotta watch Citizen Kane at some point. I mean, damn.
Citizen Kane, whatever the fuck it's called, dude. I don't care. All these boomers love this fucking movie. I don't know why, but like it just seems like so boring. Like it's black and white and like it's old, dude. Like who cares?
Kind of like fucking Casablanca, how like people will always be like,
"True,
oh, that's a good." God. Like fucking grandparents, they'll always love that movie. They'll be like, "Oh my god, that's amazing."
I feel like the top like 50 movies. My Boompa, I should say. Shout out to Boompa. He would be like, yeah, you know, Citizen Kane, Casablanca, James Bond, like all these movies.
I gotta watch Mulholland Drive. It's by David Lynch. The Dark Knight is 15th. The Dark Knight is a good movie.
Yeah.
I would say. Pretty amazing movie. But then, yeah, like half of these are like from the 50s. Like, do you actually expect me to believe that like most of the great cinema was just made in the 30s and 50s?
Dude, like, I'm going to tell you right now, you want to go back to YouTube and you want to tell me, like, if they're saying right now, right, ranking the top YouTube videos of all time, you're telling me that the videos from fucking 2000 or 2010 to like 2015, those are the best videos of all time and not like ones from fucking whatever, like, I don't know. Or like 2000, I should say like 2006 to like 2010 are better than like anyone's from like 2015 to 2020. Because like, yeah, I mean, you're just getting started. Like you feel like it'd be kind of crazy if you just started making movies out of nowhere. And then you're like, you know what? That one's like the best one of all time. Like that's up there. Kind of crazy, I guess.
Lawrence of Arabia. I always see that movie. It's just like never disappears. It's like a thing. Oh, The Truman Show. That's good.
That's such a good movie.
Yeah, that's a great movie. But then it's literally like in the midst of like all the... Oh, dude. Lost in Translation, 44th. Get the fuck out of here. What a stupid take. That movie is so ass. That movie is just like so overrated.
I love when we're talking about like ranking shit and be like, yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Like you're ranking stuff and we're like, Lost in Translation. Fuck you, Bill Murray. Fuck you.
I feel like, see, here's the thing is like, normally I'd be like, okay, I have a, like, I just hate this movie because it's like my taste. But like for Lost in Translation, I can explain why I hate it. It does the fucking old fucking shit where, oh, let's just send a bunch of white people to a foreign country and then use the local people just as like comical relief throughout the movie. Because the movie takes place in Japan and that like Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson, they're just like the main characters. And then like this movie is like very weird in how it just like treats Japanese people. Like
yeah,
almost every single Japanese person in the movie, it's like they made them like really dumb and it's just weird. And second of all, it's fucking creepy. Scarlett Johansson was 17 when this film was made. Bill Murray was probably like fucking 57, old ass. And it's all about like them being romantic interest, and like Bill Murray at one point just keeps like fucking petting her feet, and then at one point they kiss. They like, and that was like, well, wait a minute, that's kind of weird. So yeah, fuck that movie. And whoever says it's good, I got some questions for you, buddy.
What's that one movie that me and you watched and we're like, why do people think it's such a good movie?
Fucking
What is it?
Little Miss Sunshine.
Yes. I saw another edit about it today on TikTok, and I was like, okay, I will admit, spoiler alerts if you haven't seen this movie already. I mean, it's been out for close to probably over 10 years. Like,
I don't even remember any spoilers.
I just remember how the one guy who doesn't talk, like his whole thing is he wants to be an airplane pilot for like military or some shit. And then he finds out he's colorblind in the car, and he like has that panic attack, or like he like starts freaking out. And I saw like an edit for it, and I was like, does anyone else like
too.
I'm like, okay, that's a good scene, but does anyone else remember the rest of the movie where fucking they like had the dead grandpa and they like wheeled him out the fucking window? Like, there's so many scenes I feel like people forget where it's like, are you not understanding how like just insane this is just in general? Like, it's not even about like, oh, you know, the acting wasn't great. It's not about the acting. Acting was good, but it's just like the scenes and the plot is like crazy.
Yep.
I'm like, I can't be like emotionally moved by this. I thought I was gonna be moved because everyone's like, yeah, man. Like, it's
legit
this is a good movie.
I wanted to watch it so bad because all I knew about it was that Steve Carell played like a really depressed, suicidal character. And I was like, man, I'm about to romanticize the shit out of this character. Like, I'm about to like have a great time watching this. Like, he's literally me. And then
He's just like me.
I feel like they just like didn't delve into that enough. Like, he was depressed at the start of the movie, and I remember at the start of the movie, I was like, oh man, this is awesome. Like, Steve Carell is so depressed. Like, I feel this, man.
He's just like me. He's just
like me. And then I don't know, it just kind of falls off.
Yeah.
Slowly but steadily. And then every time I talk about it on stream, people are like, oh, you didn't get the movie. Like, you didn't get it. And I'm like, no, I guess not. I guess not. I forgot the part where, like, yeah, stealing the corpse of your dead grandfather from the fucking
from the hospital, so then you can go to a pageant. You know, that's awesome. Definitely would say that.
And now some people are going to be in the comments like, why are they taking the plot so seriously? Like, it's just a dumb fucking plot.
You not understand symbolism? Like, okay, fucking Stanley Kubrick, thanks for the comment.
I watched the Good Luck Charlie movie recently, and that was funny. At one point,
I can't believe
Amy Duncan's mom says to Bob, like, because Amy Duncan's mom in the movie doesn't like Bob Duncan at all, the father of the family.
Because he's a liberal.
And
Amy's a Republican.
Yeah, I guess so. And then
he has vaccines and stuff.
At the end of the movie, he's like, well, at least there's one good thing about you. And he looks at Bob and he says, you make beautiful babies. Oh. And then at that point, I'm like, that's kind of creepy.
You make good babies. Yeah, that is kind of creepy. Like, that is a really funny thing to just throw in a Disney movie for kids.
Have you heard of Selling Sunset, the reality show on Netflix?
I've heard like little bits and pieces. Isn't it like TV reality and like they're all realtors and like Beverly Hills or whatever? I started watching it yesterday. I watched like 4 episodes because I kind of got into it. I'm not gonna lie. It's well, okay. So it's about this like real estate agency in like Beverly Hills or like Hollywood. I think it's like West Hollywood. And it's owned by these two twin men who are just bald and they look exactly the same. Oh my god!
Identical twins, duh. And they're really weird dudes. Like they act like robots. Like I don't know like if they're real. But then they only hire women. They only hire women to be real estate agents because I'm pretty sure like they're kind of targeting these like kind of horny men that are just going to be like, oh, this fucking real estate agent is hot. I'm going to buy this house to impress her. And then like, you know, they move on to the next. Every single person in the show is so annoying that it like pisses me off kind of. And it also like, one of them was like, dude, okay, one of the parts of the show made me cringe so hard because this one lady, she was doing the thing that we were talking about this. Like, I think this was just in a private call. We were talking about how weird it is when people are like, oh, I'm trying for a baby. Because what you're saying is I'm just having an intense amount of raw sex where my fucking husband just comes in me all the time. Just like fucking all the time, just filling it up. Fucking 6 times a day.
It is
his fucking dick hurts.
Okay, dude. Okay, yeah. No, that's the thing. Is like you can just end it at like they're making babies and like they're having a lot of hot sex. You don't have to be like they're having a fucking bunch of cream pies. They're eating cream pies for lunch and dinner.
Not gonna lie, I don't think it's hot sex if they're trying for a baby. I think they're fucking like they're like oh fuck, here we go.
It's
shit.
Like there's a bathroom over here. Like let's get it out.
Yeah, but then there's like a new girl at the firm, and this girl who's been at the firm for a while. She was apparently trying for a baby, and she told this new girl because she brought the old girl who's trying for a baby. She brought in a pregnancy test into the office, and they got there before anybody. So they had like a talk about it, and she was like, "Yeah, like I've missed my period, and like I haven't been drinking, so I'm gonna take this test." And then turns out she's pregnant, and she tells the new girl, "Don't tell anybody, because I don't want to tell anyone yet."
Oh my god! And I know where this is going.
Like fucking 2 days later, they're at this like dinner with a bunch of girls from the firm, and the new girl gets like a little bit drunk, and then she's like, "It's a shame that you aren't drinking because you're pregnant," or some shit like that.
Oh my god.
And then the look on that girl's face is like, and I'm like, I almost turned it off. I was like, dude, I can't do this. If I accidentally did that to somebody, I would leave the city. I would go to another country just out of the shame and embarrassment of just like revealing someone's information like that.
What would you do? Like right now, like the call ends, like that was a good podcast, and I just go, "You can't tell Weston and Kalen, but like me and my girlfriend are also trying for a baby." Like literally, what would you do? Like in that moment, like I'm dead serious. Like what are you doing?
I would be like, wait a minute.
There's a lot of steps. There's a lot of steps to get there.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I missed a few chapters. I'd be like, whoa, like I feel like whoa. I'd be like, how the fuck did I?
You actually got a hose? He's like, yes, I do, and we're trying for a baby.
And then to the point of like yeah, you're already like trying for a baby. I'm like, how long has this been going on for? Like what is happening?
It's been going on for like about 3 weeks.
I would be like, oh man, I'm gonna have to be the bad guy again. I'm like, are you sure you want this?
I honestly hope that you do that. I honestly would hope that you would do that because I feel like
no, I 100% would.
I would be like, what's wrong with Axel? Like he's not giving me the right advice, even though when I know what the advice should be.
No, yeah.
Like what's going on? Like, I'd be like, I'd turn it on you and be like, what's going on with you, man? Are you all right?
That's how like when I was in the UK, I was gonna get a matching tattoo with somebody. And then I told Kaylin, she was like, you should not do that. And I was like, and the thing is like her saying that was not going to change my mind. The only reason I didn't do it was because like the day that we were going to do it, like we had a bit of a COVID scare. So we were isolating that day. And then we just didn't. And then I ended up leaving like a week later or whatever.
So you would have gotten it?
Yeah, I definitely would have gotten it. I don't care. I don't really care that much. Like I would get a, like, especially if it's like a matching tattoo that like, if I get like a person's name, then yeah, like it's like kind of awkward. But like I wouldn't have opposed if it was just something random, because then it's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
I forgot who I was. Were you there when, or this might have been I don't know. This was one of the Drunk Prezzo streams. But I remember I just started telling, like I was telling on stream how like, I was like, it'd be really funny if as a joke, I just got like really shitty plastic surgery and I just really like fucked my face up.
It would be just really funny if you just like you just went, "Hi guys," and you turn on your camera, you have like big, like super big lips. You're like, "Hey guys," I'm like, "Ew!" I literally be like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god." But it would be funny because I would know that you would be doing it almost as a bit. Like there would be no way that like I would actually think like he did this like seriously.
A part of it would be like so funny, but then I think like 2 months down the line I'll get drunk and then I'll have this realization like, wait, I'm stuck like this. Like you can't fix this. Like even if you try to fix it, it's not going to look as good.
It's not going to all come out.
Exactly. I should get just a bunch of Botox everywhere though.
I think it'd be really funny if we got the one where like their eyebrows are like permanently held. And really... Dude, that would be a fun one. The eyebrow one.
I get an eyebrow one. I get like the fucking wrinkles ironed out.
Yeah,
on my
that's
forehead.
what it is. It's like for wrinkles, and then they're like, "Hello, darling." Hello.
No, look. Imagine if I look like
I'm just doing Trump. I'm just doing hello.
But imagine if I permanently have my eyebrows like this.
I'm like, dude, what are you so angry for?
And then like I get a nose job, get like cut that shit off.
Get my nose job.
And then get like a huge implant on my jaw that gives me like an insane jawline. And then I get a Brazilian butt lift.
Oh my god, if you got a BBL, that'd be kind of crazy. Dude, we gotta go to Dr. Miami and get some penis extensions, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, no, 100%.
You know how like Red and Link did like their own what's it called?
Vasectomy.
They did a vasectomy together. We need to go to Dr. Miami and get some extra inches together and do a video about it.
Dude, no, literally. Get like a donor. Somebody donates half of their penis.
How would that work? If you had to get an extra penis, like would they cut off the tip and then like put more like
you know it's like a Lego piece. It comes off.
No, yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. Like okay, let's imagine like this is the penis. Would they go? Okay, you know what we'll do? We'll take off from like here. They'll take off from here, take that off, and then they just put it back on, and then it's like longer. Or would they take off the whole thing, and then they would like put it like underneath, and then it'd be a little bit longer?
Ooh, I don't know. That's like if a dog wore pants, which way would he wear it?
True. Leave what you think would happen in the comment section below.
No, yeah, like the tip of my dick just comes off like USB-C. I like take it out.
Like a USB drive.
Yeah. Charge my Juul on it, just have some fun with it. Like
God, I've thought about this like time and time again, but it would be so much fun if you could have a detachable penis. Like or
no,
balls.
Literally.
You know, like we don't need the balls. You know what I mean? Like we don't always need fucking
we only need the balls if we're like trying for a baby.
Exactly, for you know, I'm not gonna get. I was about to get like real like down and dirty because how you were saying it earlier, and I was like, you know what, let's stop. But yeah, definitely for that. Definitely for trying for a baby.
And then like I just think it'd be kind of funny like to throw it at you. Like I ran like, ooh, I just took my ball off.
Yeah. I'd be like, yo, I got.
And then you catch it with your mouth, and I'm like, what the hell?
No, kidding. You know what'd be funny? It'd be like those like slime balls, and then like you know how, like some balls like you will throw at the wall, and then like it like squishes, and then like slowly like rides down the wall. I think that'd be like a testicle. You know, it'd be like, ew, it's like it's on the ceiling. Like Axel's testicles are on the ceiling. I feel like that would happen.
Can you believe that they caught Axel Weber stealing from a homeless guy?
I know, and a blind homeless guy, nonetheless.
That's like, I don't know, like
I wouldn't do that.
No, I 100% would not do that. I wouldn't steal from a homeless guy. Okay, I've done it. I've done it a couple times. Like, what's the fucking big deal?
Okay,
like,
can we talk about the story when Axel got drunk in LA and he took a homeless person's tent? Like, no, that's fucked.
Well, I just thought it was funny. I saw the
I just
tent.
wanted to go camping.
There's not a lot of homeless people where I live, so I just thought he was like kind of like giving it away for free. Like Axel Weber gets those cabbages on the side of the road. I thought that was like my $1 tent.
God.
And then
that actually would be such a crazy controversy to fight. Like they got you on camera like taking a guy's tent, like you're just like ripping it up and you're like dragging it with you.
That is
like fucked beyond belief. Like you're done, dude.
Yeah. No, that's just like a kind of a bizarre thing to do. I mean, you know, when I was younger, I used to steal from homeless people all the time. It's just the thing you do.
Yeah. What? Rewind. Yeah, you said you'd steal from homeless people when you were younger?
Yeah. I mean, you know, it was just like a battle royale.
A battle royale? This isn't the battle bus, all right? This isn't Loot Lake. You can't just be stealing from people. It's fucked up.
No, but legitimately, I think
in.
That was the biggest culture shock to me when I started going to like the UK and the US and like it was just like there's a lot more homeless people. There's nowhere near as many homeless people here. There definitely is some, depending on where you go, but like compared to like LA and like London and shit, oh my god, it's like crazy.
I remember Brighton, the same homeless guy on different days asked me for money, and I was like, I don't have any like money. I'm American. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I never carry cash around in the UK, so I just always like I don't have anything to give them ever. I
don't really have any cash either, like to begin with. Like even in America, I don't. carry cash.
Yeah. No, I
Always
don't.
do card.
Cash is just useless and it has like germs and like coronavirus on it.
I say, what's your Coinbase? I have a couple Bitcoins.
And he's like, I don't want that shit. That shit's crashing.
No, the thing is, dude, if I faked being a homeless person and I asked people from Coinbase and like, can you give me like Ethereum? I guarantee you Gary Vee would make a TikTok on me. Be like, this guy's so smart. Like, do you see this homeless guy? He was getting money from people and he was getting it on his Coinbase. He was getting Ethereum from people driving by.
And this actually, like, this proves my
and
theory.
He bought an
like,
FT and now he's a millionaire.
You don't need a house. You don't need a house to get your hustle on. Like,
you need a JPEG. That's all you need.
Exactly. Just buy an NFT.
Hexagon.
Put your house on the blockchain.
Put your house on the blockchain. No, but that's some real shit Gary Vee's spitting.
Yeah. Because like it's like, oh, you'll make money in the long term because like every transaction that is like every time your house is sold, you'll get like a commission. Which I've basically realized like these people just want to leech. Like they'll be like, poor people don't try to leech off the government. But here I'm doing everything to leech off of everyone else. Like, dude, here's the thing is, what is the government for if it's not for leeching off of?
True. They literally like ask for money even though they're literally so big.
Like literally. Like if rich people are allowed to leech off the government, why are poor people not allowed to? Like, dude, to anyone out there, look for as many ways as you can to leech off of your government. Try to get as much free shit as possible.
True.
If necessary, go into a library, take a bunch of books, even if you don't have a card.
Oh, you can get a library card. It's free, actually.
Oh,
so
how do libraries work? How do people get paid? How do the authors?
I'm not
get paid?
fucking annoyed. I'll go to libraries, man. Maybe
I used to go to libraries during between lessons to read Goofy comics.
Oh.
Yeah, like Goofy and Mickey comics.
You have a lot of those comic books?
Yeah, they actually did have a lot of them. They have like Scrooge McDuck and stuff too. DuckTales comics and shit.
Ooh.
They don't make them like that anymore, man. They don't make libraries like that anymore. Now they got computers. I'll just be playing libraries. They don't.
Crazy.
Yeah, when is the last time they built a library?
Honestly, that's like a really good point to think about. I really wonder, like, if somebody were to ask me when was the last library built in America, I'd probably say 2016. And I feel like I would be right. Like, I feel like there hasn't been like a new one built in forever. Like, I feel like renovate, sure, maybe like last year, but build like a new one, I don't know. I don't think there's many.
No, see, I think there definitely is new ones, but only because rich people will do like something like kind of charitable, and then they'll be like, "Oh, just give me a library in my name." So they just keep building these libraries, but like nobody, like there's at that point there's like one library per person in the U.S. because all these rich people just keep having like fucking Jeff Bezos library,
yeah,
Elon Musk library of Dogecoin.
What was the Zoolander one? Remember he had a library? I gotta look this up.
The fucking good people doing good things.
Center for good kids who can't read good.
Zoolander's a classic. I gotta rewatch that.
Derek Zoolander's Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good and who want to learn to do other stuff good too. That is really funny.
Shout out to Zoolander.
Blue Steel.
Zoolander at 20. How a post 9/11 flop became the comedy everyone's still quoting. Wow, it was a post 9/11 flop?
Was it?
Apparently. That's what this article says. Oh, yeah, because it released just after 9/11. 2 weeks after 9/11.
Wow.
Dude, yeah, I'm not going to see a movie 2 weeks after 9/11. I'm like, 9/11 just happened. I'm not trying to see a movie.
True.
But that didn't stop Mark Clog from clogging the toilets.
Mark Clog.
Mark Clog started clogging the toilets all over the place, man. In the Times Square, and then they invented Tony Plunger. Tony Plunger actually found the clogged toilet.
Tony Plunger.
Tony Plunger found the clogged toilet left by Mark Clog, and then he said, "I have an invention for this. It's called the plunger."
No way.
And then Tony Plunger actually went to prison.
Oh, what for? Tax evasion?
Manslaughter.
Oh. That'll do it. That would do it.
So today's cool dog lesson of the day is don't slaughter men.
Don't manslaughter, steal from the government when you can.
You know what I think is
legal reasons.
You know what I think is a worse crime than manslaughter? Woman slaughter.
Okay, that'd go crazy for MCYT. You need to tweet that one out.
True.
If you could like ghostwrite that one for like, I don't know, like Tommy in it, and you'd get like 500,000 likes.
True, but also the terminology "woman slaughter" just sounds gross.
Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue. Like it's an extra syllable, so I guess that's why.
Ladies, we got this one. We'll take the terminology manslaughter.
Yeah.
And you guys can have womanhood.
Well, there's also a manhood. It's not like you have to find something that like only, only woman is in,
Woman
is the only word that has woman in it without.
It's just too long. Like girls, you got to come up with like a 3-letter like type kind of stuff for man. You know what I mean? Like maybe like wan, because like W instead of the M.
Trying to find words. I don't know.
Womanhood. No, womanhood is it, man.
I guess I can't think of. I feel like there's other things, but I can't think right now.
Because who the hell says manhood? Nobody says manhood.
People say manhood.
Who? Your father? Like who says manhood?
No, my dad doesn't say manhood, but I'm pretty sure. Isn't there that one movie that like, what's his name? Isn't there a movie about it? Or what's that called?
Boyhood.
Boyhood. That's what it is. I was trying to think like I thought there was a movie called Manhood. It's Boyhood.
There's no such thing as manhood because boys never grow up.
Because big girls don't cry.
Well, thank you for joining us for today's episode of Cool Dog.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see you again.
I'll see you in like a year.
Ugh, I quit.
Next on the episode, we're going to have Dr. Fauci talk about coronavirus and how to stay safe at home.
Ugh, I don't want that fraud on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, dude. People need to know how to get their vaccines, so.
He's like 90 years old. He's out of touch.
Is he actually 90?
I think he's like 80, I think. Hold on. Dr. Fauci age. He's 81.
Dr. Fauci gave us vaccines.
81. What the hell do you know at 81?
Have you seen the image of the kid singing Dr. Fauci gave us vaccines? And it's Dr. Fauci going like this. He's like, dude, around the hose. Can't believe you did that around the hose.
Oh my God. I would love it if like Dr. Fauci got caught in like a cheating scandal with like Martha Stewart. Like a sexting scandal. Like Dr. Fauci was sexting Martha Stewart in the White House.
I thought you were going to say something about the vaccine kid who was like, Dr. Fauci gave us vaccines. We like invite him on to Cool Dog.
We should invite him onto the Cool Dog.
And then he's like, vote for Hillary. I'm like, get out of here. Get the hell out of here.
I feel like if we clean up our image, we could get Dr. Fauci on once he kind of falls off. Because like once coronavirus ends, we're not thinking about that guy again.
I feel like, I don't know if this is like a dream I had, but I would believe if like For Freak Show got Dr. Fauci on.
True.
They I feel like I forgot who it was. There was somebody like did like a video with Dr. Fauci, and people were like, "What the fuck? How? Literally, why are you talking to Dr. Fauci? Or like how? How are you talking to Dr. Fauci?"
No, yeah, one of my mutuals, Ben of the Week, got to do like an interview with him, and I don't know how. I just looked at his Instagram story one day, and he was just interviewing Dr. Fauci on Zoom. On Zoom.
Why couldn't we?
Like no, what is so bad about us?
Yo, Dr. Fauci tits her ass. And he goes, I gotta go.
It's like if it would be in person, I try to tickle him a little bit, but like it's over Zoom. Like I can't do anything. So
we smack him, Dr. Fauci, in real life.
Dude,
can you imagine
smack him.
Dude, an 80-year-old man. Like, imagine how his body would react to that. Like, he'd have like a purple bruise all over his face. Like,
oh my God, true.
He'd look like he got hit by a train if he did.
He'd look like fucking Prince Zuko, dude.
Literally, dude. You'd have like this permanent mark over him, and you'd be like, that'd be really funny too. If it's like just like a palm, you could clearly see like somebody's hand was just like this on his face. He's like, oh my god, like, yo, that's the dude who did the Bite of 87. He's looking like the purple guy right now.
Damn. Well, we're definitely on some sort of list now. Thank you for listening this week, guys.
Yeah, shout out to the government. Sorry.
Yes.
Let Axel in the country.
Yes, let me in. Let me in.
Let him in.
Give me a visa.
True.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.